All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the tonight's free analysis. We're going to go over our three pairs and see what we have going on. So, just to let you know, since we are only looking at USD pairs, Euro USD, GBP USD, and USDJPY, I think you guys need to be aware that there was a bunch of news that happened this weekend with over in Israel and war and shootings, blah 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 blah, and it's making the market change. And we're looking at the dollar. If you guys look at the DXY is getting set for a pretty much a major reversal. We're just waiting for this zone right here to kind of break through. And once this breaks, which it technically already broke here on this candle formation here, once we see that major push through, this will be the start of a even bigger move down because we do have a head and shoulders. We got the left shoulder, we have the head and the right shoulder. And if any of you know the DXY and the dollar, if the dollar tanks, the USD pairs go up. So Euro USD, GBP USD go up, and then USD JPY goes down. So let's take a look at the pairs. We have Euro USD. Um, Overall, on a higher time frame bias, we are still bullish, even though we are still technically in a downtrend because of this break. I still see a little bit of a move up, right? So I don't see anything telling me that this thing wants to reverse yet. I still think that we have potential to make this thing go up a little bit higher since we did just get a new low. Let me go to the 12-hour real quick. Um, no signs of it on the 12-hour continuing. The TDI is showing major confirmation to shoot up to at least the 50, which is this high right up here. So let's go to this high. I'll draw that line. And then if we go to the 4-hour, let's see, we zoom out. I have multiple zones that are drawn up for areas of interest. And I think what we're going to see right now, because it's early Asian session still, like, this is a London session pair and New York session pair. I think we're going to see it push down kind of like this, out of the box, retest this zone right here, right there, right at that zone. And then we're going to see it kind of push up, right? So that's essentially what we're looking at. I'm still majorly bullish on it. Let's see. Let's zoom out to the 15-minute. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Now, the only thing is, since we are bullish, right, and this would essentially be for anybody that understands market makers method, we're looking at a level 2. So we have the level 1. I guess this kind of is level 1 since it wasn't like any major push yet, but I do see this thing at least retesting this high. And if it does do so, then we will get a drop down low. Now, it is in a spot where the EMAs are tight, and when we get tight EMAs, price tends to consolidate, just like this. Well, not that one, but drop, rise, drop, rise. So essentially, your best bets by staying bullish is waiting for this thing to drop, stop hunt low, and then we're going to look for a buying potential. Now, this most likely will happen if we are looking for that stop hunt low during New York session. So your best bet is during New York session. There's really no news tomorrow, so you have nothing to worry about in regards to crazy movements. Just wait for a nice structured push, if not a hard push down. If you guys start seeing any hard pushes down, very big candles, long engulfing candles down, and you feel like you're missing out, that is the inducement. They want you to sell it. So don't do it. Don't fall for it. Wait for that shit to consolidate for at least 30 to 90 minutes, and then we'll look for that buying potentially either back up to this high or a little bit higher. Now let's go to GBP USD. This is GBP CAD. I'm going to go to GBP USD from the side here. Just wait for shit to load up. GBP USD. Okay. Same thing. So because of the dollar being what it is, I see the same potential. This going up. What did I do here? What is that? No idea. I should probably delete it. Boom. I don't really need this right here. Well, I probably drew it for a reason. It is high at the ADR, so average daily range. So let's see. Let's go down. I have the same exact thing set up for this. I see this continuing. This isn't a reversal down yet. Weekly, same thing. We have a big wick. Let's go to the 12-hour. 12-hour, same thing with that TDI shooting up. And that means if this, mind you, if you guys have ever used the TDI, anytime that the price, this white line, the RSI hits this 50 line, this middle line right here, it's in line with the 50 moving average, right? Every time. Look, hit it, hit it. Sometimes it doesn't always hit it. That depends on if there's going to be a wick. So the only time it doesn't touch that 50 mark, but it does on the chart, is when it's wicking. Now you can clearly see that this is heading right towards it. And we're either going to see a big push up and it's going to touch it and go through it or go higher, or it's going to hit it and wick down, meaning at least we have from where it's at from here going up 50 pips. We got at least 50 pips. So let's go to the 4 hour. And just like I said with Euro USD, we're going to be looking for the same thing. We're above the 50. It's ranging in between. We might see some sort of range happen at the beginning of this week. It might work the first 8 hours because this was Sunday, Monday. So you got a black line for anybody that knows the psychological levels of the market makers method. They go based off of the high and low of the first 8 hours of Sunday, Monday Asian range. And they work the shit out of that. So we could be seeing something like this where it ranges and then goes up. But ultimately, even if it does that, doesn't matter. You still want to wait for it to drop down and then look for that push up. So we're still bullish on GBPUSD, and you can take that thing either to the recent high right here, or you could take it to that 50% of the ADR, which is a little bit higher than this. Actually, it's actually lined up perfectly with that high. I would see it going a little bit higher though, mostly up to this point or this point. So let's just see exactly what happens. Ultimately, looking on buys, and then we'll go from there. And then we have USD JPY. We'll go to USD JPY. Now, this pair has been setting up for a drop overall, right? So if I go to actually, let me go to the 4 hour and give you guys some of that structure I'm talking about. We had price come up, shoot down, wicked bunch of sellers, breakout sellers, people on early buys, whatever they thought they were going to continue up, they all got stopped out, right? Or trapped. And eventually the market came down the next 2 days after that and broke this overall big structure. Before this major structure, it was this. So they came back, broke it, and what did they do? They pulled back into the inbound zone on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the daily. Like they just came back and they retested it, giving us that reason to believe that this thing is going to continue down. Now, it is hitting that zone as we speak. And like I said, especially on this pair, it's at level 3. And when I say level 3, all it means we just got to zoom out. And you can see the EMAs are wide open. Price is starting to consolidate as it does, as it should. And this it might not drop tonight like that. It might not drop. It could go up, then drop. But this thing could start getting ready for a reset, which is normal. So just be ready for that. And just like I said on EU and GU, only look for selling opportunities. Wait for it to shoot up. You don't want to get in too soon thinking that you're going to catch the wave. You don't want to do that in level 3. You got to wait for the confirmation. And at least this one had a nice little confirmation here. Pull back into the FEG. It dropped. Right now, it is currently shooting upwards, which is okay. We do want to stop hunt high overall, but look at this. It's retesting the lows. It kind of wicked beneath it, right? Hit the equal lows, and now it's got like that candle. So it's going to shoot against it for a little bit, but just wait for a confirmation shot up, stop hunt high, wait for a 30 to 90-minute consolidation, look for an M pattern, railroads, shooting stars, freaking evening stars, and let's find a good entry to ride this thing back down. So with that being said, I'm going to end it here. We do have some updates coming to you guys over the next few weeks. We are putting out some new software, new packaging, and ultimately going to just be a new direction of where we're headed with this thing. So I'll give you guys the updates as we continue. But as always, thanks for hopping on, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Peace out.